Hello, everyone. Welcome to our next episode of the Human Pride series. Today, we're going to talk with Ms. Sindhu Gangadhara, who is the Senior Vice President and MD for SAP Labs India. Well, it has been a great experience in welcoming her. The company is too apt when talking about creating conditions and initiatives for the people from the LGBTQ community. Well, to the amazement of many, there used to be a time when the company had no initiatives and they did not used to believe in this concept. But then it was back then in 6 September 2018, post that when the government had passed a regulation that, now the LGBTQ community is officially, a community recognized all over the world, and that inclusivity is now no more a question. So SAP Lab since then has had no looking back, and they've come out with amazing initiatives to talk about, be it in terms of their health insurances, in terms of creating situations for their inclusivity. Let's see what she has in store for us, and it'll be a great initiative.
So my first question is that, I see that of many companies who are working on grounds of LGBT community, SAP Labs is one of the very prominent ones which are called as the flag bearers of LGBTQ community. How has it helped you rope in more such talent within your organization, considering that it's not been easy to have them accepted within the usual employee or the workplace community? And how welcoming has been your own employees to this community? I would want to know.
Yeah, sure. So that the one thing which we are very proud of as an organization is our very strong culture, right? That stands front and center in terms of everything that we do. It's a very diverse culture, which is all about driving a very innovative mindset within the organization. Even if I look at this last 1.5 years, Sugandh, if you think about the new normal and all that, our agenda still remains the same, right? To create a workplace, to foster a workplace with equal opportunities where people can bring their best self to the workplace or their most authentic selves to the workplace. So in that sense, our diversity and inclusion agenda is absolutely critical for us, and it also helps us in attracting, developing, as well as retaining some of the most talented as well as the most creative people in the industry who also help us as an organization to invent, to deliver, to deploy some of the world's best business solutions, right? I mean, more than 77% of the world's businesses touch an SAP system, right? So that also speaks volumes for the kind of business that we run. And to your point, I mean, we've also been an organization where we've won numerous awards for our people policies, for our initiatives that we run across the globe. So I'd say at the core of everything that we do, we attract talent irrespective of what age, what gender, what sexual orientation they might have, what gender identity or expression they might choose, how their physical and mental abilities are, or their work-life situations. And so it comes back to this core culture that I started off by saying, right? Once a new hire walks into SAP, it's our culture that is all encompassing and where people are comfortable, they're included, regardless of who they are or what community they belong to. And LGBTQ plus rights, I mean, I'm sure we'd all agree, are human rights, right? So we're very proud of the progress we've made so far in hiring talent from the LGBTQ plus community, and the various programs, the various initiatives, the various forums, the various platforms that we have to really make sure that every individual, irrespective of which community that they come from, but particularly also for the LGBTQ plus community, to feel included, to feel comfortable, to bring their most authentic self to the workplace. No?
Do you see any driver in, changing a mindset within any organization to have this community included? Because, you might find talent anywhere, but it is and a challenge, I believe, for the organizations that if the candidate is not, belonging to a community which you think will be easily acceptable, can be a challenge for both the organization as well as the candidate. So while devising such programs, do you see any driver which is necessary for any organization to drive such changes, or to actually bring about a change wherein the notion gets embedded within the culture of an organization?
Yeah, I think it's clear, right? So when we talk about creating and also sustaining a very inclusive and a very diverse culture, there's continued effort that needs to go into place, right? And it's also a topic that's very close to my heart. And this is also why I always say at SAP, it's not just when we talk about diversity and inclusion, it's not just about the goals that we strive for or the numbers or yes, they are strategic components of our core corporate culture, right? And that's what's, I think, important when we talk about a very inclusive culture, which really is all about making sure that everybody has the opportunity to bring their best self to the workplace, like I said, which translates into a lot of things like how do you engage with people? How do you make sure that the right opportunities are provided for the people? And a lot of the policies as well that are put into place, and the initiatives that we drive as well. And if you look at also many of these initiatives and the policies that we have put into place, it's not coming top down where we say it's just defined from the overall organization perspective. It's really even most of these policies, we give it to the individual businesses as well. So there are business sponsors behind each of this, right? Because many times I see organizations where when you talk about diversity and inclusion, it's owned by HR or it's owned in their managing director's office. But no, here we're talking about leaders who run our lines of business, who get involved, who look through from the lens of what it means to get their business also successfully. And our employees are playing a very active role in framing also these initiatives. Now, if coming to your question on LGBTQI plus and making sure that when we talk about those having the right kind of sessions in place, or when we talk about the right kind of initiatives in place, it's really about creating awareness as well, because it's so much important that we continue to speak about it, continue to acknowledge that, hey, not everybody is feeling kind of okay to come out, and really creating and fostering that very open discussion, right? Mm-hmm. And I've seen also at SAP over the years, these sessions are extremely popular, and many people who also come in, who attend it, come back and tell us, hey, I was not aware of the inherent biases or sometimes the homophobia that still exists, right? And many times you hear back from people on how helpful those sessions are to also understand.
Which also mean you have a very strong feedback mechanism as well, because people are coming back and telling you.
Absolutely. And also making sure that we use gender neutral language. Simple things, right? When you're talking to a colleague, just don't already make the assumption, or if he or she has a husband or a wife, but instead ask if they have a partner, and then take it to the next. Because these are simple things, but sometimes it's just unconscious bias which results in that, right? But to talk about it, to increase the awareness, because we are also an organization where every year here in India, we have close to 1,600 new joinees coming in, and to sustain that culture and to make sure that culture of inclusion is lived and acted upon by everybody, that's a continuous effort.
Okay. Well, in the name of providing a special status, of course, to the LGBT community, we forget that when one way or the other way, we are actually making them stand on a very different podium, wherein it states that, now this is one community, one, we have to work towards getting them included, two, we have to also work towards making them feel comfortable. And in this process, we forget that they're standing on a very different podium. But I've seen at SAP Labs that, you do hold number of conferences, number of seminars, you train your initial employees as to how do you deal and how do you foster this inclusivity culture within your organization? How successful you think you have been in this mission? And while addressing such a strong issue like LGBT, there are many aspects to it actually. It's not just inclusivity, it is not just making them feel comfortable, it is also training them on how to be a corporate. So,
Mhm.
what kind of initiatives have you been driving within these seminars? Two, how successful have you been?
Yeah, like I said, right? Many times it's a combination of multiple things, right? It's like I said earlier on, it's really having open discussions, it's having platforms where people can come and share. It's also bringing in others from other industries also to come in. We've had brilliant where even if people feel shy, that they listen to other examples, other stories, people from other organizations talking about their success, their kind of journeys, their hurdles, their challenges, which also gives that a lot of the confidence. It gives a lot of the eases the pressure, I'd say, for people to come out to talk about it. And I think this is so important, and that kind of having that consistency in how we drive these platforms, but also complementing it with the right set of policies that ensure that every individual is treated fairly with the respect they deserve, and with giving everybody the opportunity that they absolutely deserve. Like I said, those policies also need to be put into place, which is, I
Right.
think, a lot of the success that we've been able to share, but also share in the industry, because a lot of what we do is now being seen as a benchmark for a lot of the things that's
Exactly,
happening out
yeah.
there. So we also do a lot of the sharing, because finally we are also an organization where we believe it's not enough that we do it within our organization, right? This is a It's a movement that needs to happen across, because finally all of us live in communities, we are part of larger groups, and that kind of realization needs to permeate throughout. And that I think is at our core belief, that when people come into our space, of course they have a very safe space, backed up with the right set of be it education, be it awareness, be it policies, be it framework, but also moving out, and also going across beyond our organization boundaries to share that, set those kind of high standards, because that's only going to result in that in a truly inclusive society that we all want to be part of, right?
How does SAP have I see that they have an anonymous portal also, which is launched to support
Yeah.
LGBTQ colleagues who are not out but need support and guidance.
Mhm.
How has that been helpful? Do you see any changes? Can you share with us some anecdotes as to how was it helpful for that community to come out as an independent and strong being, and making himself or herself sound so effective that they boast about the fact that they're working with an organization where they don't have to hide their sexual preferences.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, any anecdote if you could share with us?
Yeah, actually, Sugandh, you're talking about the Ask Pride at SAP tool, which is really what we built to enable our LGBTQIA plus community, as well as the allies in the community, to ask questions anonymously, right, without revealing their identity. And the tool is open to all 100,000 employees at SAP. And to my first point, when you ask the question, we are absolutely committed to advocacy on behalf of the community. And we also own the Pride at SAP network across the globe. And I mean, it's grown to include more than 8,000 of our members who are
Great.
active, people who talk about it, regularly meet and share their stories, their journeys as well, which is a huge sense of, like I said, strength to others in the community. And we, of course, as an organization, understand that an individual might not want to be out within the organization for many reasons, right? That could be
Mhm.
very personal to them. But we're very clear that we want to ensure that employees from the LGBTQI plus community get the support, get the access to the information, get access to resources, irrespective of whether they want to be publicly out or not.